Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Administering SCCM Current Branch and Microsoft Intune Integration tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be discussing about installing the SCCM client using a client push from our config manager. So in my previous video, I showed you how to actually install the SCCM client manually and how we can actually use group policy to actually deploy the SCCM client to our different devices. But the client push is actually the most recommended if you are working in a very big company, which means that when your devices are discovered by your config manager, automatically the SCCM client will be installed on that device without that device being without the SCCM client being deployed by group policy, or you be doing that manually. So first of all, let me just show you how to actually push the SCCM client from a single device from your config manager. So let's say we have this our config manager, we have the Brew N002. So here I've installed it on this device and I want to actually deploy it to this device. So what we need to do right now is to actually right click, and you can see we have the option called install client. So when you say install client, and then we're going to actually just click the install client, and you say before you begin, first of all, you say the site server computer account or a client post installation account is a member of the local administrator group on the client. 2, the site server can resolve the computer name for the client and access the admin share, and the Windows Defender firewall and other firewalls between the client computers and the site server are configured for exceptions to client push installation. So mind you, before you actually push your SCCM client to devices, you want to make sure that some firewalls roles are actually open. For example, we have the file and the printer sharing, the inbound and outbound should be enabled, and 2, the WMIC inbound should be enabled, and also the ICMP, which is for the ping inbound, should be enabled. If not, the client will not be pushed to these devices. So what we need to do here is to select next, and here you can see we have some options. It says allow the client to be installed on the domain controller. Of course, you don't want to actually select that. So right now it says install the client software from a specified site. So if you have different sites, you want to actually select a specific site which is actually closer to that device for the device to actually download all the necessary software from that site. But at this moment we only have one site, so I'll just say you should download it from this site. So let's just click next, and then you can see our summary. Then we can just click next, and mind you, if everything goes well, I think the installation will start very soon on that device. But if you want to actually install this on every single device that is being discovered from on your config manager, here you can see we have, for example, I have some other devices which have been discovered by my config manager. So what we need to do is I need to go to administration. So now administration, I will need to go to my site configuration. So if you select site, and here we have our domain name, our primary site, just select it, and here we have our client installation settings. So click on it, and you can see we have the option called the client push installation. So click on the client push installation, and here it says enable automatic site-wide client push installation. So these options install the configuration manager client on newly discovered computer. So which means every single discovered devices on your environment will the client software will be installed on that device. So let's just select this, and it says install the configuration manager client software on the following computers, server, workstation. But mind you, never install the client configuration manager on a domain controller. So we want to actually avoid the client being installed on a domain controller, which of course you don't want to do that, but we can actually always install on a domain controller. But let me just avoid this of being installed on a domain controller. So we're going to actually use a different method to actually manage our domain controller. So if I go to account, I would definitely want to enter a specific account which should have the right to actually install the config manager on that device, and that account should be a member of the local administrator account, of the group administrator account. So if I go to, let me just try to select that account, and I'm going to go for a new account. Let me browse. Let me just enter the account. .admin. Let me check. Okay. So let me enter a password, and then enter a password again, confirm the password, and let me just verify. So let me browse to a network share and verify if this account should be able to have access to that folder. For example, let me just go to a specific device 001 and then the dollar folder. So let me just select, for example, the user's account. Let me just select this folder and let's test the connection. You can see the connection was successfully verified. So let me just click OK and click apply. And under the installation properties here, you can see we have just one site code. You can say use default, but at this moment we only have one site code. If you have different sites, they will actually be listed here. So here we can now say OK. So which means that from henceforth, every single device which has been discovered, it will actually take some time. I think it takes some time for the client to be installed. But mind you, after some time, all the devices will start receiving the SCCM clients on the client devices. Thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video. My name is Calvin Johnson, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more IT videos. If you have any question concerning this tutorial, you can always leave a comment on the comment section of this video and I'll reply to you as quick as possible. So give me a thumb up for also taking my time to put this training together for free, and you can always try and share this video if you think this video can be of help to someone. Thank you very much and hope to see you next time. Bye.